All right. Statutory dues simply means that you cannot hold back government money. It is, let it be in any form. It is GST, it is Provident Fund, employee state insurance money, income tax, sales tax, service tax, custom duty, any cess that local body or the government deserves, like, because of that regulation or any under any act, you cannot, as a business, you cannot hold back that money, right? But if you are holding, then audit, as an auditor, your auditor is going to report that in part of in as sorry, under clause 7 part 3 of CARO 2020, right? Now the point is, when your auditor is going to report that, like for example, you had a due date that next month on 7th you should be paying the GST, like, oh sorry, income, TDS, right? You should be collecting TDS and you should be deducting TDS and you should be paying into the government account, but you didn't, right? Now year has ended, ended, your auditor has come for audit and he says that you had not paid during the year, you had not paid your statutory dues, right? But you have paid after 31st March, right? So year has ended and you have paid after 31st March. Will your auditor report that, delay in payment under this clause, part 3, CARO 2020? What do you feel?
Yes, ma'am, we should report actually.
So the answer is no. Why I'm saying that? Because even though it was supposed to be paid, it was supposed to be paid on particular date, right? But the 31st March has come. Now, after that date, they have made the payment. It is a delay, but they have made a payment. So government, so basically Companies Act allowed that it is fine even if you have not paid like on that due date, but you have paid immediately after 31st March. But here what this says, the extent of outstanding, look at this red portion, it says, if not, like if they have not paid, the extent of outstanding dues as on the date of financial statement for a period more than 6 months from the date they become payable, right? So as on 31st March, from the date they have become payable, 6 months has elapsed, right? So for example, so the due was to be paid on April 24. 31st March will come, right? April, the due was the statutory due was payable in the month of April 24. You have not paid. 31st March has come. How many months has passed now already? Over 11 months. Over 11 months. Now that will be reported under this particular clause. Like the period from up to the date of 31st March, if that 6 months has elapsed and you have not paid, then it is a like it is like a big thing that you are you are delaying the payment for over 6 months. Now something like that will be reported over here. But if it is a due for the month of February and suppose you didn't pay by 31st March, auditor is not going to report because that is not required.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So whether the company is regular in depositing undisputed statutory dues, undisputed one. So what if there is a dispute going on that GST department wants the tax, but you don't have, you are saying that it is not my liability to pay that amount of GST, right? And now this is disputed, right? Government has given you, GST department has given you a notice. You have your lawyer who is also like, taking care of your case. Now this is a disputed amount. So for disputed amount, this particular point A will not be applicable because it is applicable only for the undisputed statutory dues, right? So if it is a disputed, you don't have to see 6 months or something. Every disputed amount will be reported. Every disputed amount will be reported with the amount involved and the forum in which it is pending. What forum I am talking about? I am talking about the tribunal. I am talking about High Court. I am talking about Supreme Court, right? So these are different forums where your case can be pending, right? So when statute dues referred above has not been deposited in account because of any dispute, then the amount involved and the forum in which dispute is pending shall be mentioned. For undisputed, you will only report if the 6 months has elapsed till the date of 31st March. Then only it will come. Otherwise, it won't come, right? And it can be any taxes. Easy?
Yes, ma'am.
Just quickly read this one. You will remember this. It's very easy.